Waiting on my bins. They should be here soon. Got the Concept 1620Fs coming today. 2 of them. This should be cool. Morning, everybody. Nice, crisp morning. Sign of the times. What are we up to today? Well, Dad's playing with a bobcat. We've got a couple fertilizer bins, some Concept 1620Fs coming in about 2 to 3 weeks. But we just want to make sure that we're all set up and can do dirt work before it gets muddy or it gets froze. So we're just extending the pad. We built this pad, and it's not much of one, a couple years ago. We bought those 2 balins off of our neighbors at their auction. Here, I'll turn this around. So those 2 balins, there's actually 2 of them. I'm just perfectly south of them. They're like 4,200 bushel or something like that, which will be about the same as these Concept 1620Fs. I think they're 135 metric ton, which is really close to the same. Dad's been working on this for the last few days. He off and on when we've got time. So he had to peel off some grass, and there was a wad of old twine under there, probably, and I'm not joking, probably 2 or 3 miles worth. I don't think he even knew it was there. We used to have corrals from the left corner of that old granary there, straight south. But this was found on the outside of that, and Dad's not really sure where it came from. But that twine doesn't decompose at all. So we had to deal with that. But other than that, it's been going pretty well. We got some nice gravel in here today. We're smoothing out the pad. I got the transit set up off my brother. And we're gonna peel off a little. We peeled off out to there because it was a bit uneven. I would still like to peel off this piece right here. We'll see if we get to that or not. So way back in the day, Dad used to be a carpenter. I was an engineer. I've got a lot of site experience as far as like building the fertilizer plants. I was a site lead, a lot of surveying, using a transit, that kind of stuff. I love me a good old string line. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, the little orange at the bottom there. But and Robert will appreciate that if he ever watches my videos, because I taught him the power of a good string line. Having said all that, we really need to invest in one of those spinning kind of laser level setups where you can just walk around dee 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 kind of thing. Because every time we need to survey, that has to stop work. Versus if we had one of those lasers, I could walk around, go, yeah, an inch higher, an inch lower, that kind of stuff. I'm gonna have to price one of them out, because I think in the future we're gonna have a lot more, hopefully a lot more stuff to do as far as dirt work. He probably acts like he doesn't, but he, I think, really enjoys doing this. Just because it's something we don't often do. Look at that, just world-class precision. Should be here any minute. In my previous career, I set up a lot of fertilizer bins. A lot of them with cranes, but some of them with this setup where it's the trailer actually lifts them, jacks them up into place. I see them way off in the distance. You can see their strobes. Looks like he's got a pilot vehicle. I would hope so. But that's got to be them. So yeah. That's our bins.
wider than those ones.
Well, at least we got the front lined up.
Those are 16, those ones. I thought I measured them.
It was
just once it gets sitting there, move it.
Well, I wanted to film a little bit more. I do have some filmed on the actual bins, just some specs on them and what I do and don't like and blah, blah, blah. But I wanted to fly the drone. And every time I went to fly the drone, it was windy. And when it wasn't windy, I was busy doing other stuff. Today's dead calm, it would be utterly perfect for it. Perfect, like beyond perfect for it. But it's Christmas. So, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I spend my holidays at home, well, close to home, with family and friends. And I hope you get to enjoy time with family and friends. So, from my family to yours, happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. I hope you have a happy holiday, a good time, and a safe time. Now, before I finish this, I wanted to just give a little bit of a teaser for the end of the year, because this is probably going to be my last video for until the new year. We have a lot of stuff coming up in the year, the upcoming year, as far as we have some upgrades, we have some projects, A couple things to look out for is we're going to be adding a power tarp to the Tridom. I have a new chemical mixer coming, so I got to rejig the water trailer a fair bit. What else? In the spring, we have Intelligent Ag blockage meters and Dutch in-row points openers that we're going to put on. So that will be upcoming. That'll probably be a few. I'm also working on a bit of a series that involves like the history and the science and the math of farming. You know, we'll touch on everything from the Dominion Land Survey and what this area of Canada was before it was colonized, all the way to, you know, what is an acre? How did they come up with an acre? How big is it? Like, what is? I'll go actually pace it out in the field. I'm going to compare SI units to Imperial. We're going to talk bushels. We're going to talk tons. We're going to talk agronomy as well. So I'll show you some calculations. We'll play around with this. I've got some stuff written down, and it's actually turning into a bigger project, which might be interesting. So if you guys like what I'm doing, you know, like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family. Shoot me a question if you have something you want to see. If Devin, why are you guys doing that? Or hey, we see that piece of equipment. What's it for? Or why do you do things in that way?